Access Sportsnet Dodgers brought to you by Mercury Insurance. John Hartung alongside Oral Hershiser, D-Train, Dontrell Willis on the night that gave away Dodgers soccer jerseys. We had a game here that goes faster than any of these World Cup games. Just an hour and 52 minutes. Kind of a soccer-like score. It was 1-0. And at one point, Earl, I turned to you in the fifth inning. I said, this feels like a game that someone's just going to run into one and it's going to end up 1-0. Sure enough, Shohei ran into one. The first pitch of that sixth inning, Justin Robleski and the rest of the staff, masterful tonight.
It was masterful, and we're going to talk more in this post-game show than Joe and EK did on the broadcast. We're going to do like 59 minutes, and they only did an hour 52. So, I mean, we're going to be working here to break this down, and that one swing by Shohei is going to take a lot of highlights.
You know what? It was a crisp swing. He made a mistake, one of the few mistakes that Rasmus made all day. Shohei did not miss it, but we said it in the pregame show. If he... You know what? The bottom line is, I called the shot.
You called the shot.
I didn't want to toot my own horn because I'm next to the Bulldog here.
Not only did he call the shot, he called the Oppo Taco, and it wasn't slightly to left center.
But a well-played game. A well-played game. And Starson is on the mound. I thought the starting pitcher was great, and the bullpen stepped up and was efficiently throwing strikes. This was a good, big win for us tonight.
Jerry, and James Loney, you call Shohei every single time.
Don't put that lie on me.
Well, we're not going to talk about
it works out pretty well. It works out pretty well. Certainly did for tonight.
He was going to call Muncy, and then I said, I want to call Muncy. And then he says, all right, I'll take Shohei.
Don't tell the great people of LA my business, Bulldog. They're going to believe it because it's you.
I'm going to have to go to a website, 2 different ones, to figure out what your pick is.
All right, I think we should head inside the stadium because D-Train's called shot is standing by with David Vassay.
Shohei, an hour and 52-minute game. I guess this gives you enough sleep to get ready to pitch tomorrow.
短時間の試合、明日寝れますねって。
そうですね、そういう意味では良かったなと思います。
It's nice to have a really quick and a quick win too.
Shohei, Drew Rasmussen was pretty good tonight. What information did you take in the previous at-bats to jump on that first pitch?
先発ピッチャーすごい良かったですけども、相手、3打席目どういう調整をしたんですか？
そこまでの3打席目を2打席を踏まえて、ボールの軌道だったりとかっていうのを修正しながら、甘い球がたまたま来たのでいい結果になってよかったなと思います。
Yeah, just having good looks, just readjusting my sights and making sure that I know how the ball is moving.
Shohei, when you perform the way you performed tonight and the way you've been performing lately, do you feel how much confidence you give the rest of the team?
このパフォーマンスが上がることによって、もうチームみんながすごい自信を持つっていうのは感じてますか？
どうですか、一人一人が仕事をできれば、その中で今日みたいにたまたまね自分一人で打つこともあれば、みんなでつないで得点する時もあるので、基本的にはチーム全員と打線の中の一人としてしっかり機能できれば嬉しいなと思ってます。
I take it as a team approach. You know, there are days when other guys pick me up or pick other people up, so it's really like when everybody do their job, then things go well.
Good team win. Thank you for stopping. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. See you.
There he goes, Shohei Ohtani, tomorrow's starting pitcher, solo home run, difference in the game tonight.
And he should be well rested for pitching tomorrow at noon here at the Ravine after the Dodgers get the win in an hour and 52 minutes. Dontrell, these guys would still be playing if not for Shohei Ohtani and that one swing of the bat there in the sixth inning.
You know what? That was a slider, and it was middle, and Shohei was geared up to be able to engage in that pitch. And so that's what the big man can do. He can win ball games by himself. This was a pitch that he knows Rasmussen throws that ball, and as soon as that ball's barreled, he knows he's not getting that baseball back. I've thrown more pitches than Oral Hershiser has done that, but in that situation, when it's a 0-0 ball game, one mistake either wins it or loses it. And Shohei Ohtani, time after time, he has done this. He's lifted his ball club. And then let me tell you something. There wasn't a lot of quality at bats from the Dodgers from the lineup because this was a tough matchup for him. We talked about it in the pregame show. But when you have one of the best, if not the best player in all of baseball, he can do this, and this was a huge win. And this was a postseason next-type battle where options were not there. There were not a lot of scoring options with this team. But Shohei Ohtani, time and time again, I've been on this desk, he can do this light tower power, and he got it done today.
He's got power like you had. You know, he does it a little more consistently, but you know what it's like. And you know what? He was on time. When you're on time the way he is, you're going to stay hot. And he has been hot, and he's staying hot. And when you're on time and you're hitting a slider to the opposite field, he's very confident he's not going to get beat by the fastball. And I do think there was some scouting report in his head to attack the first pitch that's a breaking ball / cutter, because he's looking for something to win the game with. And he got the pitch to do it, and he didn't miss it.
The first month and a half of the season, a lot of people were wondering what's going on with Shohei at the plate. He was searching for his swing, but since May 12th, Oral, he has been arguably the best hitter in all of baseball. And you just look at the last 6 games, he's hit 4 home runs.
Yeah, and you know, he talked about fixing his posture. He did take 1 batting practice out on the field, but he talked about fixing his posture. And when you fix your posture, your spine's working properly, your weight's in the right place. When you go into your load, he's not moving his head now. So when he loads his lower half and he cocks his shoulders a little bit, his eyes are still, and he's picking up the ball early.
You know what? His sights are to left center, and that tells me you let the baseball travel deep and how you can cover the slider and the velocity. He can miss-hit that ball and still muscle it out of left like he's a right-handed batter. That's what he's doing, and I love what you said about being quiet at the plate, because if you're running hard and you're trying to spin out, all of a sudden it makes you susceptible to the ball that is away from you. Right now, you're seeing him get base hits to the opposite field, and when he's starting to be able to lock in, you have power to line to line. I think early in the season, he was starting to be pool happy. The head was leading to right field, and all of a sudden, he wasn't covering the slider. Right now, he sights it to left center, and he's covering all the pitches.
Yeah, early swings when he just became a Dodger, he was looking for his Dodger moment. He's looking for his home runs, and all of a sudden, the front side's flying out. He's now in his element, in his A swing.
Well, the reason why in the 5th inning I turned to you, Oral, and I said this feels like it's going to be a 1-0 game because both pitchers were locked in. It was like Oral in his prime against D-Train in his prime. These guys were going toe-to-toe. And it was just a matter of one guy maybe making a mistake, and that mistake was made by Drew Rasmussen, because outside of that, Oral, both sides pitched fantastic baseball all night.
Yeah, when you pitch like this tonight and both sides, there are mistakes, but they get away with them. And Robleski at the beginning of the game, this guy, the first 5 innings, there wasn't a ball hit in the air. The first ball hit in the air was a fly out to left in the top of the 6th.
Right.
And that's the first ball. And he started to give up some hard contact then, but early on, it was strikeout or ground ball hit. So he was locked in. And you know what impressed me the most is when a young guy gets in a game where he's going toe-to-toe with one of the best, and he can keep it together mentally and keep his team in the game and not give up any runs, that shows you a lot of toughness.
1,000%. He's throwing harder in the big leagues than he did in the minor leagues. He's throwing with that baseball with conviction, and you love it. And you made a living going toe-to-toe with the other team's ace, going pitch for pitch, not even letting him get a drink of water. I want him to hear strike 3 and have to get back out there and really put the pressure on him. And it gets fun out there because, like you said, one mistake is going to win or lose that ball game. And so this was a pitchers matchup, and we kind of figured it was going to be because we got 2 pitchers on the desk right now, so it's only fitting. But this is a ball game that me and Oral love to be a part of because we want the deciding factor to be on our back. Shohei, this give me one right now. We're going to win this ball game, and this was a huge win for the Dodgers.
Well, and a lot of people will say, D-Train, that you're not going against the other pitcher, you're going against the other offense. But when you're going against another team's ace, do you kind of have that mindset, I can't give up anything?
Oh, 1,000%. Like, you're not even worried about the hits. You're just telling them, hey, give me one. You're looking in the dugout. I know he said this. Guys, give me one. I'm going to win this. It doesn't matter if it goes 18 innings. I'm going to outdo him mentally and physically out there, and that was the ball game. So I'm super proud of Robo, and he's a frontline ace and an all-star to make it.
Yeah, even when you go into an inning where all of a sudden they got you a run and you're locked in, you still have the nerves, and you have to know what to do with those nerves. You need to know how to channel them. You can't make them take it out of your game. You can't make them overthrow. You can't go, I'm going to throw the best curveball in the world.
Right.
No, you need to know I'm good enough. And I love this extra energy from these nerves. I love this battle I'm in. This is where I've always wanted to be. If you want to be there, you're going to love it and you're going to excel.
I thought the execution was there. I thought the game calling was elite. I thought they were on the same page. There's nothing better than that with the sequencing. There's no shaking. The pace was excellent. It kept the hitters on their toes and not being able to recalibrate and think about it. Strike 1, strike 2. And you also saw that from the bullpen. The bullpen has been elite all season long. You might see a hiccup here from a guy there, but this bullpen is one of the best bullpens in all of baseball. They have serious firepower firepower coming out of there. You look at Kyle Hurt. That's another guy that's really emerged. You're seeing all these guys really feed off each other. It gets fun down there. It gets contagious, and that's why this feels like a world championship caliber team right now.
It was a borderline combo, Maddox, because the Dodgers got their 9th shutout win of the season, 100 pitches on the dot to get it done against the Tampa Bay Rays. Right now, let's send it upstairs, check in one final time with Joe Davis and Eric Karros.
Well, that was something. I don't remember the last game that moved like that. 1-0, the Dodgers behind Justin Robleski and a Shohei Ohtani home run in an hour 52.
Talk to me, right? A day game tomorrow. Hey, I think the thing, though, is Robleski just going out and setting the tone, pounding this strike zone. And it wasn't sure how that was going to work because this team does put the ball in play. Robleski in the pitching, obviously Ohtani, and as you mentioned at the top of the show, the defense was elite for the Dodgers this evening.
And the guy that accounted for all the offense in this game is going to start as the pitcher in less than 24 hours.
That really is crazy. And we continue to marvel at what he does. And, you know, we talked about it during the game. I wonder if he is surprised at anything he does, or if this is just, of course, I'm expected to do it because I know we expect him to do it.
Yeah, amazing. Dodgers win this series, back-to-back wins over Tampa Bay. 1-0 tonight. They'll go for the sweep tomorrow behind Ohtani.
It's a shutout win and 8 strikeouts tonight. That means tomorrow you can celebrate. You can go to Jack in the Box. Get a free Jumbo Jack with a purchase of a large drink. You can even do that on the way to the studio in the morning if you want, Earl.
Yeah,
just saying.
That'd be quite a breakfast.
It's only at LA
I might
area
wait till after the
restaurants.
game.
Tonight, Justin Robleski carried the load. He had 5 of those 8 strikeouts and also picked up win number 8 on the season. This guy's going to be in the All-Star conversation as well. Or what did you see from Robo tonight?
You know, Robo went after people. He attacked the strike zone. He has been using counts the whole time. And when you think about this K zone, you're going to see the location of the pitches as they come in. And then we're going to document where they ended up. And when we're documenting it, we're going, whoa, there were a lot of balls kind of mid-height here that he got away with. But what's going on is if you check the counts in the lower right, he's in good counts. And when you're in good counts and throwing strikes against a contact team that can't really hit for that much power, you know what? He got it done.
You know what? Get ahead, stay ahead, live low, live long, and trust the athletic defense. You talked about it earlier in the pregame show. We have one of the best, if not the best, defense in all of baseball. Pitch to contact, be efficient, and that's how you go deep in the ball games. And so for me, as long as they're not hitting the ball out of the ballpark, that is a good outing. Even if he's middle, he's trying to induce contact, especially with the core guys. And if he's going to do that and get him on the ground, it's truly impressive.
Yeah, the ground ball was a machine tonight for him and on the other side. But in the first 5 innings, all ground outs or all strikeouts or ground ball hits. In the 6th, well, all of a sudden the ball started getting hit a little bit. The ball was getting in the air. There were some line drives. And the ball, you know, Dave Roberts recognized that, okay, they're starting to catch up to him. But you know what? He was hard-headed tonight. What was working, he's stuck with. And maybe Tampa Bay was starting to catch up, but good move by getting to the bullpen.
Of the 18 outs he recorded, only one of them was to the outfield. 12 on the infield, 5 strikeouts. Truly great performance by Justin Robleski tonight. And right now, he's talking with David Vassegh and the media.
Justin, Dave characterized tonight's game as an old-school pitcher's duel. How fun was it to be out there and go toe-to-toe with Rasmussen?
Yeah, I think anytime, you know, you get to face one of the guys that's one of the top guys in the league, and I think he is that right now. I think he's a really, really good pitcher. I think you kind of get excited, and you know, I love the competition, trying to go out there and match zeros with guys like that. So yeah, it was a really good time, and he pitched really well too.
How much were you feeding off the plays made behind you, and how much were they feeding off the way you were pitching tonight?
Yeah, I'd hope to say it was 50-50, but yeah, our defense is incredible. They've been great all year, and it's, you know, it gives me more confidence to just fill the zone and let them make plays behind me.
You had talked about wanting to get better starts in games. You certainly did that tonight. What were the adjustments of you coming out with that mindset with 97, striking out Caminero among those guys?
Yeah, I think it's just come out firing and throw your best stuff early, because obviously the top of the order is typically the best hitters in the lineup. And yeah, I think we had a good plan and came out and we executed it pretty well to those 3 guys and just got the ball rolling.
When you're facing a team that doesn't punch out a lot like the Rays do, Does it excite you knowing that's an extra challenge, or do you try to stay the same in how you attack the hitters?
Yeah, I think, obviously you're not expecting teams like this to punch out a ton. You look at kind of characteristically who the team is before you face them, and, there's guys within each order that do strike out more than others, but at the same time, my goal is always the same. I'm trying to get to 2 strikes and then, see what we can do from there. But, I think, when you see a team that doesn't strike out a ton, you just, you got to fill up the zone, and, you got to make good pitches in order to get out. So I feel like we did a great job of that tonight, and Chucky called a great game too.
Whether you expected it or not, you've become an integral part of the rotation, team leading 8 wins. How do you feel about what you've been able to contribute?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I feel great. Thanks Shohei for tonight. That was great. It feels great to kind of, I guess, pitch well and pitch well for a team like this. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun for me.
When you're going into a start like tonight and you're pitching on 4 days rest, how aware are you as far as just the limitations they may put on how far you go?
Yeah, I mean, I think, always my goal is just to go out there and pitch till they take the ball away from me. And, whenever that may be, that's kind of, when I come out of the game, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I'm aware, they're going to try to protect me, and this organization especially does a great job to try and, protect your arm and keep you ready for, obviously the season, but September baseball in October, and pitching those times, and I think they do a great job of that.
You can't ignore the hour 52-minute game. What kind of effect does that have? We don't see that very often, if at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, not only obviously myself, but I think everybody that came out of the bullpen filled the zone and did a great job. And when he's dealing and we pitch a good game too, I think that's just kind of a product of it. But under 2 hours is pretty cool, especially when we got a noon game tomorrow. So that's good for the boys.
You mentioned Shohei. Do you ever get used to all the ways he's able to impact a game?
No, I mean you kind of just come to expect him to do whatever he does. Like, that's just kind of him. But no, it's obviously he's the best player of all time, I think, and it's been really fun to watch, and I think I'm just super lucky and blessed to be able to be his teammate and watch him play. So it's been super cool.
When you're rolling like you were tonight, is the feeling like just give me a run and that's all I need?
I think for me, I try not to worry about what's happening on the other side. I think my goal is always to go out there and throw up as many zeros as I can, and if I do that, I think we got a good chance with our offense. So my whole goal is just to go out there and try not to focus on what's happening on the other side, and just go out there and fill up the zone, and again, like, just control the things that I can control and that I know make me successful, and just keep doing them over and over.
Have you allowed your mind to wander to the possibility that you could be part of the All-Star team in Philadelphia?
Yeah, I mean, that's something that's obviously pretty cool, and that's something that, obviously we're all chasing. And, every time, I think, if that's not your goal as a player, as a pitcher, as a whatever, I think, maybe, I don't know, not everyone has the same mindset towards it, but, if you don't want to be one of the best in the game, I don't know what drives you. That's kind of what drives me, is just kind of, coming out and trying to be the best version of myself and see where that falls. And it'd be super cool. But again, you can't focus on it too much. I just want to go out there and control what I can each time out. And if I do that, the chips are going to fall where they fall.
Carl's Jr. moment of the game. Oral, it's got to be Shohei's big blast in the 6th.
Well, when there's one player that you can't let beat you and you're in a 0-0 game, the mistake beat him. It's something that's going to make him have nightmares on the other side. It's something that you don't want to do and you plan not to. But I'm sure he was trying to throw a great breaking ball, and it slipped out a little bit. It hung right there, and Shohei didn't miss it.
You know what? That's a cutter that didn't cut enough inner half, and that's right in the left-hander's nitro zone. That one of the prettiest swings in all of baseball.
And D-Train, since that was your called shot, I think you should do the Access 360 breakdown of the show bomb.
Let's go right into the Access 360. This is one of my favorite swings. I just mentioned it. It is a quiet fury when you see this swing. This is a cutter at 92 miles an hour, and you see right when he barrels it, he knows that baseball is not coming back. You look at the launch angle, you know it's already past Simpson. All he can do is just watch and enjoy that beautiful swing, and that is a huge one. You see the cutting action, middle in, not in enough, Oral, to really tie Shohei up. The barrel stays down, head through the baseball. Quiet little swing. You look at the launch angle, 27%. That is a perfect, listen, swing like that with that launch angle, no ballpark in America is going to hold him. And that baseball, you look how many feet, he went to big man land. When you go to center field like that, I call it the big man land. It's easy to go line to line, but when you have that type of power and it's that easy to generate, you don't even have to square a baseball up. You can muscle it out of any ballpark, and that's what happened.
And you said he was going to go Oppo Taco. That was just barely left of center, so it counts.
It still just counts. Enough. I'll get a half a square, but you know what? He continues to amaze us, man. He's been so stellar in a Dodger uniform. I forgot that he won 2 MVPs down the road.
Yeah.
He continues to be one of the best weapons in all of baseball. I'm honored to be able to cover him, but every time I've been at this stadium, he electrifies someone. I was on my phone. I caught the Holy Ghost because I said, oh, my God, I heard the boomstick, and then all of a sudden the crowd went up. He is truly fun to watch, and there will never be another Shohei Ohtani. I guarantee it.
4-time unanimous MVP. No one else has won unanimously more than one time. Let's head inside and hear from the skipper, Dave Roberts, with the media.
Dave, what can you say about Robleski again, just from the first inning on, really attacking tonight?
Yeah, he was attacking all night. That's who he is, and it was good to see. First day he was on regular rest, short rest, whatever. And so I didn't want to push him too much tonight, but he gave us everything we needed. And it was just good to see him compete. And that's kind of what he does.
How much of your defense has been overlooked as far as the success so far?
It's, it just goes hand in hand, the pitching with the defense. And the positioning has been great. The defense, Max got a lot of action today, a lot of hard contact, made plays. And then Mookie's just been fantastic at short. And then the double play turn with Freeland right there was a big play, when Klein was in the game. So just really stellar defense and certainly overlooked. But when you talk about the pitching, the defense has to be mentioned.
Skipper, what pleases you the most? What pleased you the most about tonight's?
The thing that pleased me most about tonight is the way Robo just continued to, go after guys. And obviously it was a very fast game. The pace of play was great. There was a rhythm to it. And Rasmussen's a very good pitcher. We don't see him very often, but this guy's an elite pitcher. And for us to, find a way, Shohei hitting a homer, to win an old school baseball game, 1-0, under 2 hours, really fun baseball game to be a part of.
What has Shohei kind of done differently at the plate to get some of the power back that was missing?
I think it's just we talked about this a couple weeks ago. It's just near missing the baseball in the sense of he was hitting the ball hard, doubles, some singles, and then if he was just missing it a little bit, there was going to be slug. And so that's what's happening. Seeing the baseball well, swinging at good pitches, and then, like we've always talked about, when he used a big part of the field, there's just no one better.
When Robleski's throwing 97 in the first inning and he goes right after Caminero the way he did in that first inning on 3 pitches, does that kind of tell you something about the way the night's going to go for him?
I just think that the dependability with Robo in the sense that that he's going to go after guys. And his first pitch is like his last pitch. And he's the epitome of go as hard as you can for as long as you can, and until the manager takes the ball from you. And tonight we asked, 6 innings, and he did that, and he passed it to the pen, and they were fantastic. So I think the dependability from the first pitch, Caminero is one of the really good hitters in baseball, and it's fun to see a team like this because we don't see them very often, but very talented. And but he didn't run from that.
The 6 innings and the 65 pitches you had for him due because of the regular rest, 4 days rest?
And I think he had 5 punch, which was great, but there was still some hard contact in there. So I think for me, it's you got to the teeth part of the lineup, and I just felt that with the short rest, he did his job.
What's the plan for Ohtani?
Shohei's going to pitch, and then he's not going to hit. Thanks, guys.
So there's your answer about Shohei Ohtani pulling double duty tomorrow. It is not going to happen, D-Train. We know he was dealing with some knee inflammation. It caused him to miss a game when the Dodgers were in Chicago. What do you think about the decision to only have him pitch tomorrow, especially quick turnaround with a noon start?
Well, first of all, a noon start is rapidly fast, especially with your body revamping up in the morning. Second of all, you have to keep him healthy. He is the most important player in all of baseball. It's not just about winning ball games tomorrow or the next day or a week down the line. It is about winning a world championship, and you have to have this man firing at all cylinders down the line, not just about tomorrow. He's going to go out there. He wants to focus on being the best pitcher because you know he's in the Cy Young hunt. He will focus that, and you take the pressure off the offense. This team is deep enough to be able to score runs and pick up the slack. They have experience, but I love this move right now in the season because you still have a second half. You want to keep the best player of baseball healthy.
When you're dealing with something that could turn into something more, you borderline rest and you stay there. And when you're thinking about that, when you're thinking about what's going on, he is meticulous about his sleep. Well, lucky that we had an under 2-hour game. That helps him a lot in getting the rest. But I love the risk-reward quotient of Dave Roberts thinking, you know what? We've already won the series. We come back and we've won 2 games in a row. We're like, we're tied for Major League Baseball in number of wins. We're in a great, great place. And why take the risk of having him run the bases, hit the ball again, plus have the wear and tear of pitching on his landing leg? That's a lot of wear and tear on the landing leg. It's the back leg when he's hitting left-handed. It's the landing leg when he's pitching. So keep the stress off of it.
Just need a few other guys in the lineup to pick up the slack for Shohei. We'll also get Tommy Edman back in the Dodgers lineup for the first time in 2026 tomorrow. Shohei Ohtani. Dodgers tried to manufacture a run in the second inning. They had first and third, 1 out. D-trained Alex Freeland tried to drop down a bunt.
Yeah, he just squared it up. You have to catch that, but really, they got away with that. I think Kyle Tucker felt like he was in no man land. Once he saw the throw go to second, maybe still have a chance to steal a run. But that's something when you have a guy throwing that hard, you have to catch that bunt and really deaden the energy. Man, like Oral said, if you'd have hit it down the line, it would have been a double.
It would have definitely been a double if firm, right down the line. Just slap it a little harder.
All right, let's head up inside the clubhouse because Alex Freeland is speaking with the media.
Alex, you played behind Robleski a few times now. What does that do for the defense, the way he works so quickly and attacks hitters?
We just kind of get into a rhythm altogether, especially when he gets going and he finds his stride. Like, the flow of the game goes so easy, and everybody's just locked in, and it's easy, too, because Robo's throwing a hell of a game.
The plays that Muncy made at third base, you know what it's like over there. How impressed were you and as teammates to see the plays that he made?
Very. I mean, that's hard to do at the hot corner. He played in a good majority of the time, and I mean, he showed some quick reflexes, made some good plays.
Dave singled out your double play that you started with Will Klein on the mound. Is that just improvisation right there? I mean, how do you make a play like that?
I mean, I talked to Mookie like right before it happened, just what we wanted to do and where we wanted to position ourselves, and it worked out.
One last one for you. Ohtani, does his confidence, is that contagious for the rest of the team when he performs the way he's been performing?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's kind of just like a domino effect. It goes all the way down, so if he gets hot, then the next person gets hot, and then it just goes down the line.
Why were you the guy with the seeds?
I don't know, because Pies was up.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, as both of you guys know, even when you throw a shutout and you had an incredible streak of scoreless innings, you do need some good defense behind you as well, Oral, and the Dodgers played some really good defense tonight.
No matter what you have, what kind of